Hi, kindergarten friends. This week we are going to be making castles using shapes that are cut out of different colored paper. For this project, you will need construction paper, or if you don't have many colors in construction paper, you can make some painted paper or colored paper by coloring a piece of plain paper. I'm going to show you how you can make painted paper by using two different colors, and when they mix together it'll make a third color. So if you need to make painted paper, pause the video, gather your supplies, or if you need to make colored paper, gather some crayons to make your colored paper. I'm going to start by painting all over my paper. I don't want any white spots. Notice while I'm painting, I have a larger piece of paper. You could use newspaper so that you don't get any paint on the table or workspace that you're working on. Look what happens when I start to paint yellow into that magenta. It turns, yeah, orange, you got it. And I'm going to just continue to paint this until it is completely filled. I can overlap these colors as much or as little as I want. And I'm going to keep going. I'm almost finished. If you are making painted paper, you will need to let your paper dry before you finish this project. So go ahead and let your paper dry, pause the video, and come back and finish when it is dry. I have some paper that is already painted, and I'm going to cut out my paper so that it is making different shapes. I can make triangles, I can make rectangles, I can make squares, big or small. To cut out a square, using the corner of my paper, I'm going to cut very carefully, going up in a straight line. Then I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to cut again, going up in a straight line towards the cut that I've made already. I've made a square. A square is the same distance it is across as it is tall. To make a rectangle, I can make the same cut, only this time one of the sides is shorter compared to the other side. To make a triangle, I can turn my paper and cut at a diagonal off the corner of my page. And I have a triangle. Now that I have some shapes to work with, I'm going to assemble them on my paper to make a castle. And for this, I'm going to start just by experimenting, making different creations. And once I have something I like, I will glue it down. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. For my castle, I think I'm going to make a flag. And to make a flag, I know, I'm going to make a long piece, and then my flag will hang off my triangle. I can also make some tops like this. I can also make edges like this. Okay, I think I'm ready to start gluing down what I have. In a minute. Notice how I keep rearranging my shapes. I want to rearrange until I'm happy with what I have. I think that looks awesome. Okay, I'm ready to glue down my shapes. Okay, and when I glue down my shapes, I'm using a glue stick. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way to the top. I'm putting my glue back and forth around the edges of my paper. I'm going to stick it down. I smooth it down to make sure it's really stuck. I'm going to do this for all of my shapes. Right? I love how bright the colors are. I have one more spot that I need to glue down. I have a yellow rectangle and 2 blue squares. And now, last but not least, my orange triangle. Okay, when you're done gluing down all your shapes, you can find your crayons. And with your crayons, you're going to decorate the rest of your paper. Maybe you want to add some clouds in your sky. Maybe you want to add a sunshine. One thing I know I would like to add are some doors. I'm making mine look like a castle door. Whoops, broken crayon. You want to be careful with your crayon so it doesn't break. I'm going to add some windows. I can make windows by drawing a curved line. And I'm going to make another door this side. Okay. I can add grass to the bottom. I can add some birds to my sky. And I'm going to add a sunshine. Okay, and I have my shape castle. I hope you have fun.